Hi, welcome to Sean's workshop. Today I thought I'd talk about some wood chisels that I use here in the workshop. Let's start with the bevel-edged chisels here. I've got four sizes here. You've got the 1 inch, a 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and a 1/4 inch. These are the socket type chisels where the actual wood handle goes into a socket. These are one of my favorite types of bevel-edged chisels. I use these for more of my fine woodworking, like for cutting like dovetails, cleaning up the dovetails that are cut and so forth. Here's also another bevel-edged chisel. I have this more in my carpentry bag that I take to different places for doing rough woodworking. You can see this is not as refined as one of these nice chisels here. You can see the edge of the chisel is really narrow compared to this one. You can see it's really thick. So this does not work great for fine woodworking, like for like I said, dovetails and that I use this mainly for rough woodworking, like putting a handle or a lock in a door, wood door, that type of thing. That's what I use this one for. The next one that I use quite a bit, this is a crank neck chisel, and this works great for paring off, like if you have a screw that you put a plug in and the plug is just flat or above the surface of the wood. I use this to actually trim off that plug to make it flush with the surface. It works great. I also use these for some glue cleanup. Mainly use a scraper to get most of the glue off, but this works good for getting that last little bit of glue off your wood when you've got two joints cleaned up. So this is a really handy chisel. Another one that I use quite a bit is this paring chisel. You can see it looks very much like a bevel-edged chisel in the shape of the blade, but obviously you can see the blade is a lot longer for getting into paring. Like if you cut a dado or a groove in a piece of wood, you can use this to get in there and clean up that dado or groove. So this actually works really nice as well. And then the final one here that I use in the shop, this is a mortise chisel. This happens to be one of my biggest ones. This is a 1/2 inch mortise chisel for cutting those mortises for mortise and tenon joints. This one tapers, this brand tapers just a little bit to clear the edge of the wall. I know some people may not like that, but I kind of do because, like I said, it fits tight in the beginning, but then as you get through, it gives you more clearance when you're cutting deep tenons. So this is also a very handy chisel to have there in the shop. One additional chisel that I have here also in the shop is a butt chisel. So you can see this is really short. It's a wider one, but I use this one to get good leverage on. I like to use this one as well, but it's basically the same as a bevel-edged chisel, but it's just a lot shorter. So this is also a very handy one to have in the shop. So these are pretty much most of the types of chisels that I use in the shop. I do have maybe one or two other specialty chisels that I use, but these are the main ones that I end up using most of the time in my shop. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below and I can answer those questions. Otherwise, thank you for watching my video, and if you would like, please subscribe to my channel. Also, if you want to see additional videos like this, please click on this icon here and you can see additional videos.